Welcome everybody to another World of Tanks bonus video. My name is Maxwell and today's first video is from the user Technoid the Great. That is Technoid the Great and he's driving the KV2 on a standard battle on the Serene Coast. And yes, you did hear me right, this is a World of Tanks bonus video, not quite a set of subscriber replays. Reasons for that is obviously if you watched the channel vlog that I put out last week, you'll know that my wife and I recently had a new baby. So I haven't really had much of an opportunity to look through very many of the replays that you guys have sent in, which is a shame because you guys send in awesome replays, which is why you're getting a bonus video today rather than a full-on subscriber replay. And the bonus videos, they tend to be just fun replays that show some good action. They are fun to watch. They're basically replays that wouldn't quite make it into a subscriber replay video for various reasons. But they are still fun to watch and, yeah, pretty awesome. So, this one, obviously, if you've read the title of the video and you've looked at the thumbnail, then you know they're both going to be KV2 replays, because KV2 replays make the most fun replays without a shadow of a doubt. So, Technoid the Great going to be setting up in the centre of the map, just trying to get a shot on someone. I'm pretty sure he had a shot on the T-37 earlier, but he was too busy concentrating on the guys in the background, but nevertheless, it's all going to work out in the end because KV2 cares not if he misses targets, because he'll just... the shells will be guided by the communist hand of Stalin himself directly into the enemy's ammo racks or their soft squidgy side bits. Still not quite finding a target yet, but luckily he hasn't come up against any opposition either. Finds the T-37, which eluded him earlier. Gonna just spend long enough aiming. That's all he needs. Straight through his front plate. He falls to pieces. That's kill number 1. From 100 to 0 with a single shell. Shell was probably bigger than the armor of the tank itself anyway, even if it hadn't contained an explosive charge. It probably would have wrecked the tank regardless. So having a look now, going to try and sneak a shot over the top of this hill. This is going to be a pretty daring shot, to be honest. Has a little move. I'm going to see if he can get anybody, but KV2's got pretty terrible gun depression, so not quite able to get any shots on anybody. Thinking about going for this KV-85, but can only see the top of his turret. Has a speculative shot, because he's going to have to move forward into position, so he might as well take a shot, because he's going to have more than enough time for this 23-second reload to finish before he gets into a firing position on the rest of the guys. Going to continue moving forward. Now, KV2 not known for its speed and agility, but as you can see, it has managed to flank all the way around behind the enemy and just takes out a VK-3601, caught him napping. Sent a wake-up call in the form of a 152mm high explosive shell, although it looks like he was actually using armor-piercing shells there. A little bit of a different setup you can see that he's got here, different loadout. But as long as he can find the sides and the rear armor of people, then like I said, this is going to absolutely wreck people, because let's just take a look at the penetration on the AP. It's 110, so if he catches these heavy and medium tanks on the sides or the rear, this AP ammunition is going to absolutely destroy them. Just going to see if he can get around behind anybody else now. Finds a KV-85. The KV-85 sees him, but isn't paying attention, and that's going to be the last mistake that he ever makes. Not paying attention to a KV-2. Hits him square in the face and sets him on fire for his full hit points, and bye-bye to you. I think that's the last time that a KV-85 is going to ignore a KV-2. Technoid going to continue pushing up the kill. A little bit of a Freudian slip there. He's had 3 shots so far. Got himself 3 kills. Now going to see if he can take out the T-43 or his brother in arms, the other KV-2. Both of them hanging around this location, so if he can get up this little hill here around the corner, he'll be able to get shots on their rear armor and hopefully take some people out. KV-2 only got 200 hit points, but a KV-2 with 200 hit points is still a KV-2. Decides to go for the VK-3601 instead. as it looks like the 3601 has spotted him. Beautiful shot there to take him out for another 654 points of damage. He's out of AP shells now. Probably accidentally loads up the premium AP shells. Probably just wants to go for HE right now, but I know in a battle if I've loaded one type of shell, I generally just don't think about it. Gonna probably take off the last 56 hit points from the T-43. That's kill number 5. Almost 3,000 points of damage, and that's the left-hand flank won just by flanking around and being a sneaky KV-2. And it looks like this battle is pretty much all but won now. Enemy has a KV-2 and a VK-3601 around their cap circle. Nope, just the KV-2 around their cap circle. The brace of Lux and the VK-3601 are pressing down on their cap circle from that right-hand side. And we're just going to speed this one up a little bit. Going to see if Technoid can get a shot on anybody else. But I think that's pretty much it for his battle from what I've seen. So just going to press in on the cap circle and see if he can get in there to decap. But to be honest, it looks like the Luxers are more interested in going for the damage and the kills rather than going for the base capture. And the Allies are probably going to walk away with this one, as you can see. Only got a few seconds left on the clock, and Technoid's not going to be able to get around the corner to get a shot on anybody. It's a little bit of a shame that he didn't pick himself up Bradley's Wallet Medal, but he did pick himself up almost 3,000 points of damage. And lots of kudos for all those penetrating hits. So awesome replay there from Technoid the Great. Don't forget to stick around because there is another replay coming right up.
Let's get this show on the road.
And our second bonus replays from the user. Bear with me while I pronounce this incredibly incorrectly. Smitpiddle95 or Smitpiddle95. No idea how to pronounce that or even what language it would be from, but it seems to be missing altogether too many vowels for my liking. And he's driving, obviously, the KV-2 on a standard battle on the northwest. So, didn't mention in the last video, last replay, but I'm going to mention it now, that fingers crossed, the content on the channel should be back to some semblance of normality by next week. Obviously, like I said, myself and my wife have recently had a new baby, so that has taken its toll. Lack of sleep and just being run down in general really take it out of you, but we should be back to some semblance of normality for content by next week. And for those of you who are recent subscribers joining me from the World of Tanks Facebook page, normality generally means a World of Tanks video every single day, Monday to Friday, with a bonus World of Tanks video at the weekend, a Minecraft video 3 to 5 days a week, and one other type of content, whether it be a Let's Play, a review, a First Impressions, or just a fun multiplayer game. 3 to 5 days a week as well. So, like I said, we should be back to some semblance of normality for next week, and what that'll generally mean is probably you'll get your one a day World of Tanks video. I know the doctors say you should get 5 a day, but I think 1 a day should be just enough to help keep the scurvy away. So you should be back to 1 a day World of Tanks videos from next week. Other content, though, I'm not too sure about, but most of you guys are here for the World of Tanks. Well, you guys who are watching this video are definitely here for the World of Tanks, so you'll be happy with that one. So I'm just going to call him Smit. Is heading up the far right-hand side, being totally unopposed here, which is very, very unusual. Most of the Allied team has decided to go that left-hand flank along the road there, but it looks like the enemy team has done exactly the same thing. So this one looks like it's going to be a little bit of a cakewalk on this flank. Does see an SU-100, and there's a TOG-2 going directly through the centre. KV-85 pushing up the hill. SU-100 looks like he's way in base here. Smith gonna focus him down. Probably been spotted now, and this SU-100 really should have started running long before now, and he gets shot directly in the face, and his tank falls to pieces under the weight of that 152mm shell. Looks like there's an Allied ELC AMX dueling with this TOG in the centre there. That's not going to go well for him. The TOG's not particularly fast or manoeuvrable, but the ELC has to face his target, and the carousel around a TOG-2 takes so damn long that the thing generally is able to track you with his turret. Looks like there's nobody anywhere around here. Most of the enemy team camping in and around base or taking that northern route to the left-hand flank here. Allied KV-85 is fighting with the VK. Finds the AMX-13. He doesn't have Sixth Sense. And he gets ammo racked to boot. So just the sheer weight of shells, the sheer weight of the shell just blows up all of his rounds. Blasts him to pieces. Now going to take on a Cromwell. Not too sure what the Cromwell's doing, whether he's stuck here. I think he's just going to get blown to pieces. As it is, that shell just goes straight through his roof. Shell lands in right next to this KV2, but he backs off just in time. The artillery having a go at him. That's probably from the bird. Tree falls. VK-3001 comes steaming in. Another FV shell lands. This VK-3001 stands no chance. He gets taken out. The other 3001, who was dueling with the KV-85, has taken no damage whatsoever. And Smith's got a full 10 seconds left on his reload of 20 seconds. He's going to try and charge down the VK, get alongside him. If he can get to his rear armor, he can take him out in a single shot. Goes through his side armor, only does 400 points of damage, which is a little bit unfortunate for him. He's taking fire from the artillery and this 3001. 3001 tries to take out his track, but he doesn't have the damage. Somebody is helping him out here. The FV lands another shell. 6 seconds left on reload. Can he put a shell through the side? To be honest, no matter where he hits this VK, he's going to blast him to pieces. And there we go, rips him to shreds with his 152mm shell. Now he's got to fall back because he's taking sustained fire from this FV from the Burt over there. Should have faded back into camo now, but another shell lands, and that one doesn't quite land or do any damage whatsoever. And Smith survives the onslaught of two separate tanks and the artillery there, and he's going to give some well-deserved trash talk in the chat right about now, rather than driving forward. But I think after surviving an onslaught like that, then you're more than welcome to talk some trash in chat. He's got himself 5 kills, 2,500 points of damage. Gonna head on in towards the enemy base now. There is still a Churchill 3 up on the ridge there. He's probably going to take the long route around. In fact, we're going to speed this up till we get back into the action. The Allied team's winning considerably, although the enemy team still holds the north. Going to come forward here, spots a Jackson, and that's going to be a juicy target with only a few hit points left, but he's staying well hidden in cover. Going to try and get a hit on this Churchill Mark III here. Didn't aim quite long enough, or conversely aimed for far too long, and that's why the shell missed. Churchill 3 is going to try and charge down at KV2, but to be honest, unless he's firing premium ammunition, he's got absolutely no chance whatsoever of taking out this KV2. Looks like he might be firing premium rounds, but it looks like Smith has also loaded the premium AP shells, and that one goes right through the front for 549 points of damage and just wipes him out. He's only got 43 hit points now, and everybody else who was attacking the base has now been taken out, and this one is suddenly not looking like so much of a foregone conclusion. Jackson comes around the corner, thinks that Smith's reloading, but Smith is loaded. He just waits and waits, backs off to lure the Jackson on, and then blasts him away as well. The FV shell lands, but it doesn't do any damage. And that was a nice piece of work against the Jackson there, just dropping back, making him think that he's still reloading. And as he pokes himself around the corner, it just takes him out. Now there's just this FV left, T67 and T150 in the north. I don't know why they aren't pressing down. They're sat perfectly still for some reason. Oh no, there's just a little bit of map lag there for some reason. And again, talking some trash in chat, but to be honest, with 3,000 points of damage, 7 kills, and surviving with 43 hit points, I think he's allowed to talk some trash. Finds the bird, doesn't want to quite let off a shell just yet, going to allow his gun to focus in. Can he get the hit? No, he can't. A little bit of a shame that he wasn't able to pick up his Radley Walters medal there, but the and get some righteous revenge on this FV, but it looks like he's going to do some dueling with the T67, and the T67's almost certainly going to be able to take him out because he's a very, very nice tank destroyer, and that's GG and the victory. So awesome replay there from Smith Pedal 95, showing off his skills in the KV2. This was an awesome couple of bonus replays for you guys. And don't forget, if you've got yourself a great replay, send that into replay@screenreality.com. The link for that's in the description. Just attach the replay file itself or the link to the What Replay website to the email, and I can check that one out for you. And don't forget, if you enjoyed these videos, you found it useful, informative, you learned something, or you just thought it was great, hit that subscribe button, because there's a lot more World of Tanks content on this channel. I've been Maxwell, this has been a World of Tanks bonus video, and I'll catch you guys next time.